Human connection can be what saves us. It can be a crucible for recovery and growth and transformation. Through my journey of both illness and recovery, there were certain people in my life that just by being with them and engaging with them in many different ways, I felt so much better, and my capacity to cope and to deal with things, to recover or to thrive was increased. And that's a really beautiful example of co-regulation and our deep innate need for human connection. So looking back, when I was really unwell, way before my recovery, there was one particular nurse who, she took such great care of me. She took time to chat to me and say hello and ask how are my children, and just be. And she would sit with me while I was having pretty intense intravenous treatments, and just her presence and her gentle nature made everything so much more manageable, because the treatments were actually pretty awful, really awful. So she's one. There was a physio that I used to see who actually gave me craniosacral sessions, and every time I would go to a session, I would feel a huge relief, because he was just there. And I mean, I know now looking back, he was helping me increase my capacity to cope and helping my body to relax and let go, because it was holding on to so much. There was a beautiful Pilates instructor who, when I could barely move, like I really couldn't walk, I couldn't use my hands well, they were in splints, she came and gave me some complimentary sessions, and I could barely move, and it was the most gentle clinical Pilates, and she would stretch my legs because I didn't have enough power to lift my legs in the air, and her kindness and her support to help my physical body start moving was so important. I also was really lucky to work with this beautiful Lomi therapist, and really I think she's a shaman, and her insights and her gentle touch allowed so much release through my physical body and some new layers of awareness. And it was through connecting to her and learning from her that I started to become way more connected to my surroundings and started to improve my ability to have interoception and exteroception, because I think when we're really traumatized and really dissociated, it's really hard to feel and orient in the world and feel and orient within ourselves. So she's another connection that I think saved me. And you know, the list goes on. When I came to Singapore, my now business partner was my therapist, and it was through his work that I really somatized and I came into my body properly. And that's when I started to do all my really, really deep, intensive trauma work. And there have been so many other people who have touched my life, and I think, you know, my sister is a huge one. Through some more recent things, she has been right there, someone to listen and support and to let me cry on the phone to her. So there are all these ways that human connection, that relationships can provide us capacity to deal with our experience, to process it, and to start to move towards recovery and growth and health and happiness. So I think if we can be consciously aware that relationship is so instrumental to our recovery and to all the good things that are possible in life, we can start to intentionally welcome it from others, but also start to intentionally provide it for others too. So the way we connect to other people and the way that we offer ourselves can be the most supportive, beautiful, intentional gift if we allow it. So it's something, I mean, this is a very personal share. I've shared a lot of deeply personal things. I've kept the names out, but yeah, I think on our journey there are just these people that light the way for us, and I think it's beautiful to look out for it and to allow it. I think sometimes it can be really, really hard to allow somebody to support us, especially if we are like a strong warrior type archetype, which I definitely am. So allowing that support was really hard. And on the flip side, I think it's really beautiful if we can offer that for other people too. Just my thoughts today.